Hey guys, I've been asked about bowing and eye contact in Japan. Always better to learn these things by watching and observing what Japanese people actually do, because this in particular is a really complex topic. But I'll just tell you my perspective of it, or what little I know about it, and maybe it'll help. First thing is, as a foreigner, and it's usually fairly obvious that we are foreigners, they don't really expect us to bow. And because it is a complex subject, I would suggest that unless you're going to be living here for a period of time, if you just come for a visit, I wouldn't worry about it, because they don't expect you to do it. But just a couple of comments on bowing. Usually, the question is about eye contact when bowing. They usually look at the person, but they don't stare. I mean, that's one thing in Western society, we do tend to really make serious eye contact with people when we're with them. Japanese people tend not to do that so much. So they'll look in your general direction and they'll bow. They bow from the hips. So it's not it's from the hips. So they'll bow to you like this. Generally guys' hands are at the sides. Generally ladies' hands are here. So they bow when they meet. They bow when they ask each other favours, they bow when they ask each other questions, they bow to thank each other for stuff. There's a lot of bowing going on. If you come to Japan, best thing to do is just to watch, and you'll see they bow a lot. The other thing is that there's a big status thing in Japan. Everybody has a status in relation to everybody else, whether that's because of work or age or many different variables. If they're serving you as a staff member in some place that you happen to be, the way it works is they will bow. The person who is subservient, I know it's touchy for Westerners, but the person who is lower level than the other person will bow deeper. And generally the person who is lower level will generally bow first. So it's like, you know, pleased to meet you. And the other person will probably not bow as deep or as long. So it's really complex, and you can actually cause problems with bowing, because they have an obligation. You know, if you bow and they're trying to be polite, they'll try to bow longer and deeper, and you know, if you bow again, it can get crazy. So, you know, if you're coming here for a holiday, don't worry about it. If you're going to live here, just observe. The same as everything in Japan, best way to learn is observe what Japanese people do, and you'll see it's fairly complex, and if you observe it well enough you might learn a bit about it, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. If you're going to live here, do it. The eye contact thing, whether you're here for a holiday or you're here to stay, just, yeah, you look in the direction of the person you're talking to, but they don't make that serious eye contact like Westerners do. And if it's someone that you're not talking to, don't look at them. I saw a Westerner in a restaurant recently staring at a waitress, and she came over and asked him what he needed, because she assumed he wanted something because of the way he was staring at her. So it's really rude. So as far as staring at people or looking at people, you know, it's best not, it's impolite basically. I'll just show you kneeling bowing. If you do any sort of martial art in Japan, they'll show you, because there is a bit of variation between martial arts how they bow. But if you are on your knees and someone's just done something nice for you and you bow to them, you know, it's once again, it's from the hips. A full-on super polite bow is really deep, nose to the ground, and you know, once again, usually for Westerners it's not so important, but you will see that. You will probably see that sort of bowing if people are on their knees. So if you're doing martial arts in Japan, depending on the school that you're doing it with, they'll show you what's appropriate bowing for that school. In martial arts, they actually have rei, which is bowing, and they have yu, which is a half bow. So instead of 45 degrees, which are full-on bow, it'll be a short one. So there's bowing. Once again, don't worry about it too much unless you're going to spend a lot of time here, and then if you do come spend a lot of time here, study it, watch what they do, watch what people of different statuses do to different people, and how it's done, and you know, maybe in 20 years time you and I will both understand it. It's fairly complex. So I hope that helped.